Shining bright, sunshine in the sky. Megan and Tammy here to testify, spreading love, laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more.
Hey everyone, it's Tammy.
And it's Megan.
And together we are
The Fat Girl Flippers.
Welcome to the Fat Girl Chronicles.
Yes. If you are watching us on YouTube and seeing our beautiful little faces, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell so you know every Friday that we are coming around. And we also love to see your comments and sharing our videos. That would be great. And then if you decide that you just want to hear some audio, maybe you're like driving in the car or you just got your earbuds in going for a walk, whatever the case may be, we are also on a ton of different podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean, all the good stuff. So yeah, and I do want to quickly say we did have some unforeseen circumstances last week, so we do apologize. If you aren't on our Facebook page, Fat Girl Flippers, and didn't know that we weren't posting last week. So for future, make sure you follow our Facebook page as well, because that's where we'll announce like if we have to cancel a podcast.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good.
The
like
Facebook page is called Fat Girl Flippers. I don't know if you
Fat Girl Flippers.
Just Fat Girl Flippers.
And you know what? That wasn't too bad. We've been like 15, 16 weeks now.
Yeah, and I think falling out of the wheelchair
Yes.
counts as it.
Yes, it does. Yes. Very unforeseen circumstances, but we practice and preach taking care of ourselves and listening to our bodies. And last week just wasn't it for us. So that's that. Yeah.
Yes, and today we have some interesting conversations. Or we hope it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we wanted to kind of keep it
Things have been
light.
kind of down.
Yeah.
Like everywhere. The world seems down. So we thought we'd maybe make you laugh today.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We were just trying to get some ideas and reading some funny things. And this was one of the things that came up. And it was, what would your elevator pitch be to aliens for why they should abduct you?
Okay, so who do you want to go first?
You could go first.
Me first? Okay. So the elevator is like how long? Like to 100 stories? Or
like 60 seconds. Let's say, right?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, dear alien.
Dear alien.
Dear alien
What if you
on
don't
the
speak
elevator.
your language?
Oh, I'll have to like.
Okay.
Dear alien.
They don't know what that means. 'Cause aliens don't have religion.
I'll be like looking at them with pleading eyes. I would like to be abducted by you because I love to travel and I'm a good traveler. And I bring lots of snacks when I travel. So that means we'll have lots of snacks. And you don't know the kind of snacks that we have on Earth. And I can bring them and show them to you. And you're going to like them. And also, I feel like you should abduct me because I am a social worker. So I automatically, well, I guess that's not true. I am more likely to bring peace and be kind. And so you need kind humans to be on your planet because it's always nice to have kind humans. I'm also fluffy and cuddly and I have purple hair. So that makes me kind of unique. And that's exactly what aliens like, is uniqueness.
Oh. Well, then it should be very easy for me.
Also, I feel that Earth is so sad right now, and the living wage and the cost of living is really super messed up. So if you bring me and it is better cost of living up in your planet, I will be very happy, and if I'm happy, you'll be happy.
All right. I like that. I like that you said you had purple hair, and aliens like purple hair. I love that you have the inside, scoop on the aliens. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dye my hair. Dear aliens.
Dear aliens.
Dear aliens. Please take me because I hate this planet with a passion. Please, aliens. I know there has to be life out there that's better than this. And I know aliens love cats. So they'll let me take Archie.
Oh my gosh. What if they try to eat him?
No, they don't. Aliens don't eat animals.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So we're all going to be vegetarians when we go to the planets with aliens because there's no plants. I mean, there's no plants. Anyway,
there's going to be plants on your planet.
Yeah, I'm soft and fluffy too, and I have a super cool cat, and
and he's orange.
Oh yeah, he's orange, and they like orange, like because orange goes with purple. So that your cat will coordinate with your hair, and I hate this earth. So I love the earth, but I hate the people that are on it.
Only some of them.
No, yeah, only some of them. Well, most, but
nobody who listens to this podcast, she loves you all.
No, yeah, I didn't mean that. I mean I'm talking about the big,
general,
the conglomerate government who controls the world. I'm not talking about the regular shits like you and I.
Yes.
The ones that have to suffer through the consequences of that. Yeah, so the alien should take me and I'm a super great organizer.
She is.
So I'm like, I could coordinate the new settlements. When Megan recruits the new people from Earth, I could, set up the new homeless camps.
Oh my god.
I would be the first one to come to for resources because I'm always told you're well connected.
She is well connected.
Yeah. To what, I don't know. I've been told I'm well connected.
I think the aliens would not take us together.
Yes, because we make an awesome team.
They'd be like,
can you imagine?
That.
Imagine a planet without fat girl flippers. How in the world?
Oh my gosh.
No. See? No. That wouldn't work.
And
They'd
the
have to take us
aliens,
both.
yeah, I mean, aliens, it could be a
and the aliens,
planet.
When you see the aliens or the pictures of the aliens, they're always like little pot-belly people. So
they could be plus size.
Yeah, they'd be plus size, yeah, because they've got that little apple shape.
What kind of fashion do you think would be?
Well, most of the alien drawings that I've seen, they've been naked, so we could help them with that. But we'd have to figure out a way to make clothes.
I wonder what kind of fabric they would use.
Ew, I hope it's not polyester. I have a feeling there's no Temu and there's no Shein on all these other planets. I think it's just us trying to destroy ours.
Oh my god.
So I feel like they would have natural fabric. Yeah. We'd be back to wearing grass skirts, and that'd be fun because we both like fashion design.
Yeah.
We'd be making alien outfits like crazy.
Okay, I'm just gonna say the alien would be running off the elevator screaming.
No, the alien would be saying, yeah, he'd be running off the elevator to get the rest of his friends to come get us because we're so awesome.
What, and heavy that they have to carry us?
Well, that's what I was thinking too. I hope they have a lift.
If there's a lot of stairs to the spaceship.
No, there won't be stairs.
No, you'll need a ramp.
Oh, that's the other thing. The aliens, I'm in a wheelchair, so
You'll bring advanced technology.
Well, and I've got my own vehicle already. Right?
Oh my god.
So I can drive around this settlement.
I literally...
Yes. See, I'm all ready for us.
Oh my gosh. Archie is at it again. At the door.
Every time we do a podcast, he behaves like he doesn't know where he's at.
I wonder why.
I don't know, but he acts like he has Alzheimer's when we do a podcast.
He really does. Like, he just...
It totally throws him. I don't know why.
Huh. Isn't that weird?
Anybody who doesn't know, Archie is the cat, and he literally lays around and sleeps all day long, and as soon as Megan and I get set up for this podcast, he starts running back and forth, scratching at the door, getting up in the camera.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if you see him jump up on the last time he kissed here we are.
For anyone who's not watching the YouTube video,
he's jumped up.
Yeah, he's just jumped up.
All right, Arch.
So, Archie's like, I hate you, Mom. Well,
yeah,
that was the aliens, and I think that was a good segue into what we were actually going to talk about today, which was great. I love that question. I'm so glad that we asked that.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, it's unique.
I do think about that though.
Like,
I do think about I think that there is life on other planets. So, yes, you can all judge me if you want.
Well, I once watched, I don't even know what this movie was, but it scared the living kajesus out of me because it was like the alien like came in at night and then like she levitated from the bed. That like, oh, I think about that every once in a while. I'm like, scary.
I don't think aliens would be scary.
No.
No, I don't. I think they'd be friendly.
There's actually a book that it's on my, what is it, TBR, my to read.
Yeah.
And she's plus size, and she has purple hair actually. Funny enough, she has purple hair, she's plus size. And she, from what I can tell from like the description, she falls in love with, like, it's an alien, but like the way he's like, it's like technology where he looks human. She calls it like the simulator, which...
Do you think that there's AI people like already on Earth?
Maybe.
I
don't
think
know.
I think so.
AI is pretty like intense.
I think that we've advanced the. I'm not sure that they're from another planet, but I think that we probably have people among us that aren't true humans.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know like the AI stuff that I've seen, like even like on The Circle. Have you ever heard of The Circle?
Mm-mm.
On Netflix? It's like, it's interesting because basically what it is it's a bunch of people and they're all in different, like, I'm gonna say like condos or hotel rooms or whatever, and they communicate over the screen.
Okay.
So they can pick to either have themselves as their profile or like a catfish. And so it's like they vote people out, like it's like this game. But this season they came up with an AI person, so it was like the profile was created in this like little box, but it was really freaky to like listen to him be like, I'm gonna put this on my profile because statistics say that, you know, this person will it's more likely these people react positively to this image versus that image. Like, to be able to know that information, it was like freaky.
It's even, I find on Facebook ads and stuff like that. Do you see that now in Reels that on the bottom it'll say, was this relevant to you, yes or no? A lot of times
I haven't seen that on Facebook, but I've seen it on TikTok.
Yeah, well, it's on Facebook now too.
Yeah.
It comes up on the bottom of the Reels on Facebook and it'll say, was this relevant to you? Or
Well, I know TikTok, like sometimes you can't scroll like
until you answer their question.
Yeah, and it's like, is this relevant? Do you feel this is appropriate? Was this funny? Like all these different questions are usually different.
And I wonder, because I've been getting a couple of like inappropriate things, and I wondered how that got in my algorithm. Like, just weird.
Or things like if somebody mentions a person and then they show up on my...
Yes.
Like people you may know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Freaky.
Well, it's not weird, but...
Yeah.
If you're listening to us, we are here.
If you are listening to us, we want $1 million.
Yes, if you are listening to us, please send money. E-transfer.
Yes, please. Please.
Please.
So what were we... Oh, we were going to talk about if we could create our own world.
What it would look like. And I already know. The alien village.
Well, it's kind of a good segue, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You kind of can envision your own planet. You know, like what would your own planet look like? What would your own
My
world?
planet would be like-minded people who like to forage in the forest and eat mushrooms and just live peacefully and make little fairy gardens in their backyard and sit by the ponds and just, you know, enjoy life and nature, and there'd be lots of nature, lots of trees and weird little cabins made into the earth.
Like I'm picturing almost like The Hobbit.
Yes.
Like that little Hobbit house.
Yeah, and things that are designed to fit into the earth rather than stand out from it. Like,
Yeah.
Like built into the side of banks or...
That's so cool.
I just have a vision of living in the old growth forest, which I don't know if you know what that means,
No.
but the old trees, big trees.
Okay.
And you know where it has... Remember when we went on that drive and it was so pretty in that... I took your picture down that little walkway?
Yeah.
That's old growth forest, like where there's moss and...
Okay, yes.
Like that. I just envision like a little village, and then there would be like a boardwalk all around it, going from each other's houses, and maybe a pond in the middle, and like frogs and just
Like very nature.
yeah, and birds and yeah, lots of animals, and
Would the animals talk to you?
the birds would.
You think?
I don't know, and like the
Would you
like
want talking
deer?
animals?
No,
No,
No.
you don't think?
No.
I'm
But I'm
too
thinking
Disney.
like deer and foxes and all the good animals, not coyotes that are going to come and eat Archie or or my chickens, and no snakes or anything creepy like that's going to bug anybody, spiders or anything. But just the nice animals. But I guess
Nice to you, animals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Although I'm not a fan of snakes or anything either, but
yeah. I don't know. That's what I am
envision.
envision. Yes.
For those of you who are not watching, Archie is fully in the camera. Oh my gosh, he is too funny. I think he's like so Archie watches like bird videos and stuff, right?
Yes.
Like
he watches he watches my phone.
yeah. So
But-
he's used to phones.
Yeah.
Oh, he might jump off now.
No, he's just taking a little break. He's just going to see what we're going to talk about next.
So would you have, like you said, fairy houses? So would fairies be in your built-up world?
I think that there'd be fairies and gnomes and all kinds of little creatures.
What do you think?
All the little creatures of the forest, the da-da-donde, and the little man of the forest, and all these little
Who's the
leprechauns.
little man of the forest?
Every culture has a little man of the forest.
Who's our little man of the forest?
Leprechaun.
Oh,
And
like
there's
the rainbow.
yeah, and there's trolls, and there's what other little creatures? Gnomes. Yeah.
Gnomes, trolls,
Snow White and the
leprechauns.
Seven Dwarves.
Yeah.
Where the dwarves come from.
Yeah. Huh. It sounds very Hobbit.
Yeah.
Like that's what I envision.
Yeah, very Hobbit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Huh.
But accessible Hobbit.
What would your like?
That's why I say it would have like a boardwalk all the way around it, and then like so that you could get your wheelchair and still be able to go through the forest.
What if your wheelchair didn't even need to hit the ground? This is your world. You can make
Oh,
up.
yeah.
What
Well,
would
yeah.
the wheelchairs look like?
Maybe it wouldn't be a wheelchair.
Maybe it'd be like a flying chair.
Yeah.
Like instead of a flying car,
Yeah.
it could just fly.
Like a hover. Almost like a
Oh my god.
yeah, like something you get oh my god, it would have to be heavy duty.
I can see it loading up.
and bumping off the earth. I can see the little dwarves now. They'd be like, back to the shop. We need a heavier motor. And me, no, it's okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, good.
So it'd be like a drone, but larger, and it would have a little basket underneath it so that you could sit in it.
That would be so cool.
And it would take pictures as you're flying around.
Take pictures.
Yeah, like take video while you're flying around so you can remember.
Like a built-in camera?
Yeah, like a drone, you know.
And then if it flew, you wouldn't have to. I know, it's like, that's what I mean. It's like he's
thinks
looking
he's-
at it like
yeah.
the birds.
Yes.
I hope he doesn't like.
Lunge.
Well, he kind of looks
I
like
don't
he's
think
going
he will,
to.
but
Archie. Oh my god.
anyway. Yeah, so that's
Yeah, because you wouldn't destroy the grass or anything.
no, but I'd want to land in the grass, so it would have to be something that could land and take off again, and be like a helicopter, like a drone, like something that would
Yeah.
not take a whole bunch of space. Wouldn't need a runway.
I can't get over the boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I can just see it dragging.
That sounds so pretty.
And
What color?
flowers, lots of flowers.
Lots of flowers. It's so Hobbit-esque. Like, it's so,
Yeah.
like, I can just, it's so,
Me.
it's so you.
And I can just sitting here, I can smell what the forest smells like the scent of what the old growth forest. It's like that musty, mossy. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's that smell that I love.
Would there be any sort of, like, city?
No,
So where would people buy clothes?
we would make our own.
Make
clothes.
our own clothes?
Yes, of course. The fairies would sew the clothes.
That's cool.
Yeah, because everybody has to have a job.
Yeah.
So the fairies would be there making their little yarn and stuff.
Okay.
and making us clothes.
Huh.
Who knows? The frogs might learn how to crochet.
They can't talk, but they can crochet.
That's right. They have little fingers.
Oh, God.
These
This
are
is
their
so
little
cool.
crochet.
This is so cool. It doesn't surprise me that that's your world.
Yeah. The only other world that I could think of that I would want to go back would be to go back in time, to be in like the early 1900s or the 1800s when things were first being settled.
Okay.
You know, and I guess I would love to be in a world that's just starting out. To maybe think that you have some small influence on how it's going to go. Mm-hmm. Having the knowledge we have now about how things have kind of turned out on our
like
planet.
a time traveler. Do you think you'd ever want to be a time traveler?
Yeah.
I'd be curious about, like, you know, like, because through school and stuff, you always, and it's true, I mean, even Richard's had this realization, like, we're only kind of told one story, so it'd be good to be, it'd be so cool to, like, go back in time and see for our own eyes, like, what the story of history is, because we really are only told, like, one story.
That's why I think it's so important that we talk to the elders of our villages and of our places and hear them and listen to them when they tell stories. And somebody needs to document things, because when those people die, that's lost. And that's when you get
That's lost history right there.
Yeah, and that's when you get people creating not lived experience, but you know what they think it was like.
Yeah.
Which is basically what our history is a one-sided version of what some white man thought, right?
Yeah. No, that would be cool to go back.
It would be cool to go back. And the other thing that I think of about going back is when people first started coming over here, the settlers and things, they did live in houses like sod huts that were in the side of banks and grounds and stuff. And then it was like, oh no, only poor people lived in those. And, oh, you know, you'll get sick or you'll get this or that. When we realize now, after we've progressed so far, that was the healthy way of living. And now we've created this environment that's very unhealthy.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't that interesting?
And we think that we've progressed, but really, maybe if we looked at it, we have not progressed.
We haven't.
We've made things worse.
Yeah, well, certainly for the earth.
Having people feel like they need to have this, and this, and you must live this way, or you're not what society deems prosperous or, you know, correct.
Yeah, so it sounds like your world would just be like very, I don't want to say simple because it's not really basic, but like
everybody's, I would love to have everybody's needs met as far as, and I'm not talking wants, I'm talking needs. Like everybody would have shelter, everybody would have water, everybody would have food. You know, like basic needs. Yeah. And it would be across the board. Everybody would have the same thing.
Which is not the way today. So that would be, yeah.
Wow. And I think, but back in the day, that's how it started out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we definitely live in like you describe kind of a world that would be like community-based versus individual-based, which is what
I mean, back in the day when people were starting to build their homesteads and things, your neighbors all came and built your barn with you.
Right.
And you all got together and you fed them. And, you know, like, if you wanted to build a school, you all got together and you built a school. Yeah. It wasn't like now we sat around and wait for the government to take our tax dollars and build a school.
Right.
But.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. So, I mean, things have gotten away from being people-based and now they're institutional-based.
Yeah. So that's kind of, your world is like the opposite of that.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
Even though I just said I hate people, I don't really hate people. I hate the institution.
Yeah, I mean, I think...
And hate's a strong word.
Yeah.
Dislike, I guess.
No, I mean, the way that you've gone about the last little bit, you definitely have, like, Tammy's... Like, you've definitely brought, like, your own community to things. Like, you have your own community. Like, you're, you know, even here, like, even though you don't live here, you had, like, a community of... like neighbors that you rely on or that you talk to, and you know, one of them is like an avid watcher.
Hi, Carla.
So that's pretty cool too, right?
Yeah.
Geez, I don't even know how to answer that now that you've gone. Like,
what, I've thrown you off because it's so opposite of what you'd want.
Well, you know what? I don't even know what I would want. Truthfully, like I like the question, but it's
I've
like
seen you change and evolve over the last little while because you were so like, I don't want to say you were such a city girl, but you were very,
well, I was born and raised in the city.
yeah. And I mean,
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's just that you were very different from me in that way.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've seen you start to branch out and to start to enjoy nature and do some things.
Oh, for sure.
And it's kind of cool to see that because
Yeah.
I think that it changes who you are when you get closer to nature.
Yeah, I'm like a mixture between like a lover of nature and then like New York City. You know, it's weird that way. Like when I think about where I want to go in life, like where I want to visit, it's like either like I want to go to a dome in the middle of a forest and be surrounded by trees, or I want to go to Toronto or New York or big cities, you know, like it's weird for me.
But when I was your age, I was like that too.
Yeah.
Because I traveled a lot then and went places, you know,
Right.
like LA and Toronto and places like that, and even New York City. Mm-hmm. And got to see what it was like
Yeah.
and enjoyed the experience, but then realized like that's not where I want to live.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I would like a mixture. Like I feel like I'd want there to be sort of like a city life, but I'd also want there to be like an emphasis on like nature too. Like my world would not have like the big sky scrapers, the big, you know, like like a street in my world would look, all the houses would look different. Like I hate going around different like cul-de-sacs or whatever, and like
subdivisions.
and they're all like the same house, like side by side, same house. I love like individual houses, some big, some short, some actually the neighborhood that I would really like is like those ones in like North End, Halifax, like these old big homes that are beautiful. There's one that even reminds me of Snow White. I can see it in my head. It's got like
There's a lot of beautiful houses in North End, Halifax.
Yeah, and they're all unique and different, and there's also I mean, it's still city. There's a little bit of like the trees. I've kept some of the trees there, some of the greenery. Like I feel like that's my city life.
That's the prettiest part of like Halifax, which is the closest city to us.
Yeah. I mean, and it's unfortunate because like I'm telling you, their houses are probably at least 800,000 to $1 million.
Yeah.
Like it's an expensive part of Halifax. That's the other thing. Like these sorts of things wouldn't be out of reach in my world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't even know if my world I want to have like things like credit scores. Like these things that.
See, I think that's terrible too because it's a barrier for people to have
Exactly.
get their human rights of shelter.
Yeah.
You know?
Like and I mean,
an institution somewhere decided all of a sudden that we're now going to use credit ratings to determine whether you're a good citizen or not.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's just the court. I was like, what is
What is he
down
doing
my
now?
leg?
What is he doing now?
Yeah, like I don't know. I'd want the world I would create to be just like as barrier free as possible. I mean, whether that's realistic or not, like we're not getting into the debate, obviously, of like,
No.
you know, is it whatever? But I feel like I would want city life, but in a very toned down way. I wouldn't be interested in having big skyscrapers, big condo buildings. I'd want homes that are unique and cute and different and big enough to comfortably fit families, so everyone gets their own room, for example, like, you know, because there's lots of families that are crammed into 2-bedroom apartments, you know, and stuff like that. Like I'd really like people just to be able to afford that bit of comfort. But I also love the idea of like having a focus on nature and like those domes and those yurts, and like I think that's so peaceful.
I look at some of the younger people that are raising families and living in those yurts, and it makes me wish I could go back and redo raising my son again, because it looks like such a peaceful way of life.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like in my world, the focus would be on like a minimalist culture versus, you know, wanting and needing everything.
Yeah.
You know? And of course, in my world, like, you know, things like fat phobia, fat shaming, like none of that
It'd be gone.
it would be gone. Like I would love,
We'd wipe that from people's memories.
yeah, like I would love to create a world where all bodies are loved and respected and cared for. But I feel like, yeah, and I don't know if I'd have talking animals. I feel like I would. I'm too Disney. Like, how cool. Like, if Archie could, like, sit and chat with us right now.
I'd be so scared what he'd say. This damn woman's been keeping me coddled up in this house for, look at him, months. Years.
I'm so Disney. Like, I would love for the animals to talk. I really would.
You want to talk?
Oh, he did talk there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like the animals would talk in my world. But I do feel like it would be a mixture of urban and not, I don't even know if it would be necessarily rural, but like forestry. Because I feel like it'd be a mixture between rural and urban. Like that's the feel I would be going for, like combined thing. I wouldn't have big, massive shopping malls or anything. And the only way to watch movies would be through drive-ins. And there'd be like a set winter and only a pretty winter. Be like 2 weeks of winter.
During the Christmas season, of course.
Yes. Yeah. During Christmas, there'd be like this small period of winter where the snow is like white and fluffy. And
See, I could agree with that in my village too.
yeah, enough to like, but not this.
So that we could all, you know, the little gnomes could string their lights on their mushrooms and everything.
Exactly, like like not this foolishness of like when I was a kid, and I'm making myself sound old now, I guess, but when I was a kid, we used to have enough snow that we used to be able to, you know, sled. Nowadays,
and when I was a kid, we used to have snow piles that were up to the like as high as your house.
Yeah, like nowadays it's
You're
like
lucky if you get one snowfall that has
enough, and you have to race out there before it starts raining. It's like,
well, we're living on the East Coast, and unfortunately, or fortunately, or whatever, our temperatures have warmed up so much that we're really getting a lot of that heat pushed up from the Caribbean area, and we get a lot of the hurricanes and things like that, and it's really affected our weather patterns.
yeah, like what happens is we'll get snow, but then immediately rain. So like even
Or
if there's
freezing
enough
rain.
even if there's enough snow that you can go out and make a snowman or whatever, go tobogganing, like you have to do it that second or else it's
Because
gonna get rained out.
the next day it's gone.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Or it's a big slushy mess, then it's too icy and slippery to go out.
So I would do like 2 weeks of like full winter snow.
Fun snow.
Fun snow.
Not the wet, sloppy stuff. Just the nice, fluffy snow that you can play in and slide in. And yeah.
And I would have flying cars.
What would they look like?
Do you know what my favorite car in the world is? Punch buggy.
I was gonna. I figured that.
I don't know if it's my favorite car in the world, but I used to
love Mexico because they
love.
still make them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to make cars too small because I want everybody to feel comfortable. But I don't think I would like really do a whole lot of trucks or anything. I think like kind of what I have, like, which is like a Mazda or a Soul or like a smaller SUV. But they would be really cool colors. I don't like nothing plain. I've seen a lot of like turquoise. Have you seen like the new turquoisey or the emerald color ones? Like I'd love something like that. Something fun.
My village is going to have a horse and a wagon.
Okay, that is not going to be my
And
world.
it can have flying cars too, but
Flying horses?
Pegasus, flying horse.
There you go.
Remember Pegasus from Greek mythology?
Yes, I had to take Greek mythology in university, and it was torture.
Oh. I just
hated
remember
every second.
Pegasus had wings, so. Or was Pegasus the half horse, half man?
I can't remember.
There was one. Anyway, flying horses. No, I don't think I'd have flying horses. I'd just have horses and a little wagon that could come around the little path and drop off supplies.
Yeah, no, we'd have cars.
Drop off the potatoes and carrots and.
Yeah, no, we would. I gotta get a drink.
There's
Keep talking.
bottles of water in the fridge.
Oh my gosh. I have to get a drink.
Flying cars. So you want a mid-sized sedan for flying cars.
In fun colors.
In fun colors, yeah. Of course, like this color, like this teal
Yeah,
color.
like a teal, emerald,
yeah.
purple, red.
Yeah. Like the gem colors.
Yeah.
Life should be more like that. Life is boring. White, gray, black.
I know.
All the cars, you look at them, white, gray, black. Look in this parking lot. They're all that color.
I know.
Boring. And if anybody gets like too like in favor of themselves, they'll get a red car. You know, like
I have a red car.
live wildly and get a red car.
Also in my world, no matter where you are, you will see the northern lights.
Oh my god.
No matter where. Doesn't matter.
Yes, even in my fairy village you will see them. Because wouldn't that be beautiful?
Absolutely.
Living in your little hobbit house and looking out and seeing the northern lights.
Yeah.
While it's snowing. No.
That would be pretty though.
I've seen the northern lights in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Like from up on the mountain. It's
Yeah.
very pretty. Yeah.
We had the northern lights here once.
We've had them more than once here.
Oh, there was a thing recently where there was
Yeah.
a bunch of them.
Yep.
Like last week maybe.
And you used to see them when I was a kid, like when we used to go snowmobiling and stuff in the wintertime, you used to see them a lot.
In the mountains and stuff.
On the
like you
mountains,
said.
yeah.
Okay, so flying cars.
Speaking of that, yeah. Like when I was a kid, we used to have enough snow to snowmobile all winter.
Yeah, see that doesn't have it unless we're like in my own world.
Yeah.
There'd be like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Imagine though. We had enough snow. And
I know.
snow started
Even when I was a kid.
Snow started like the end of September, 1st of October, you started getting snow flurries.
Yeah.
And it lasted until April
Yeah.
of the next year.
But even when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like
In
same
the
thing.
80s.
Yeah. In the 90s.
Yeah.
For you, 80s.
Yeah, I was a teenager in the 80s.
I was born in 92.
I was born a little earlier than that. But I'm not 57.
So flying cars, the only way you can watch movies is through drive-in. It's the only way. There's no indoor movie theater. It's all drive-in.
That's cool.
I love drive-in.
Flying.
Yeah, and they'd all be flying.
Hover. You gotta hover while you're watching
Yeah.
your movie.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be awesome if cars were invented that had headlights that could actually play
the
a movie?
Now that would be cool.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be cool.
Oh my god, we shouldn't have said that on camera because we could invent that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be awesome.
See, that's what's gonna happen in my world. You can't take it.
You watch it. That's what's
You-
going to happen in the world, and we've predicted it right here today.
No. And because you
Imagine.
are old fashioned with your friggin' horse and carriage.
No, but I've got flying cars, remember, with cameras. So I'm still going to...
Oh, that little.
Yeah.
You little nasty.
Sitting under a toadstool with my camera watching on the side of my yurt.
Now, do you think your world would be like huge? Like you would travel to different forests, or
Underground.
through underground?
Yes, I think that it would all be underground tunnels to get to different
Okay,
places.
that's cool.
And there would be like little trolleys.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think that above ground transportation would not be happening except with the like local, you know,
But if
in
you're
that
going
little-
like
if you were going to go to the
along
next,
route.
you know, village or whatever, you would have to go underground.
Could you imagine like having like an underground train?
Yeah, they do. They have them all over the place.
Well,
Yes,
I was
they're called subways. Imagine if we had an underground train. Imagine if we went to New York and saw the subway. And I'm the one that grew up in the country? Okay.
I was picturing like a little one.
I know.
Like
that's
an
what
actual train.
I'm
I guess
picturing
the
a
subway's
small
an
little,
train.
like one that doesn't move at the speed of light. One that gets, and as you're going underground, there could be cool things on the walls of the tunnels and stuff. So it would be more of an experience. It could be art on the walls or graffiti or like, I don't know. Just so it would be, and it would go slow enough that people could enjoy, and it wouldn't be like, and life wouldn't be rushed on my planet.
And would it just be humans, or well, no, you said fairies.
I think there would be all types of things.
It'd be like,
Anybody who wanted to be there.
could be anything.
Yeah. Animals, plants, people, aliens,
That's really cool.
fairies, mythical creatures. Anyone who wants to join us, yeah.
I feel like that's how I would want it too.
From all eras.
Yeah.
Because I think diversity is good.
Yeah. I feel like I would want that too.
Yeah.
I like reading some of the books that I've read now have been like of towns where it's like a mixture of humans and like witches and
Oh, really?
orcs and fairies and vampires and like kind of anybody. And I really like that like collaboration.
I've never been one to read like any kind of science fiction or anything mythical or anything like that.
Oh.
Never. No.
Really?
I always read very realistic, what I thought was true to life stories.
Right.
But yeah, I like the idea of mythical creatures and fairies and
Yeah.
little things.
I will tell you, it's interesting. I just read a book, and it was, she was a vampire, and he was a human. And this was different because normally it's like, he's the vampire, you know, he kind of holds the power.
Yes.
You know what? So it was kind of roles reversed a little bit.
Was she plus size?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
I always read books where she's plus size.
Where do you get these plus size books?
So I have Kindle Unlimited through Amazon, and on my Kindle app, I literally look up like plus size romance.
And there's such a category.
Oh,
I
I think I've read over 100 books since I started.
I know that since you started, you've been very like into it.
Yeah.
I just wondered if there was like enough of them to keep.
I think I've read over 100, and all of them have been plus size.
Wow.
Yeah, and now I'm even getting picky because I want to read this one where it was like she was a vampire. What was it? He was a vampire and she was a witch.
Okay.
And she's plus size, but I hate when authors write the size because when you don't write the size, you can kind of let your mind wander.
Yeah, you envision what you want.
Yeah, so anyway, it said the wish was size 16, which is fine because it is plus size, but I like to envision them being more like my size, which is like a 22, 24.
And everybody wants to, envision more of their own.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the other thing in my world. Like, I think that I would be a writer. Like, I really would like to write my own book. So that's what I'm going to put in my world.
Wow.
That I'm going to write my own book in my own world. And it's not going to be as revolutionary as it would be if I wrote it in this world, because her being like some sort of badass plus size boss lady would not be as revolutionary there, because that's just normal there in my world. This world, it's not.
True.
What else would be in your world?
Lots of animals.
Yeah. Would there be a lot of water?
Yeah.
Like a lot
Ponds
of
and things. And lakes and springs and waterfalls and
oceans?
probably, but not right in the village.
Would there be beaches?
Yeah. But not, again, you'd have to travel underground.
To
Be
go?
like where you went on your vacation.
Interesting.
But that there would still be lots of places with water, like waterfalls and rivers and lakes and
like that.
nowhere that you would swim.
You know what's funny? When I went on one of my favorite rides at Disney, they take you on the ride and like It's like supposed to be that you're traveling through all these different places, like you're on some sort of kind of safari, like big trip. So you're on the boat and you're in, I don't know, Asia or something, like in quotes, Asia. And they're like, oh, this beautiful waterfall. And they're like talking how pretty it is. And then you kind of go around and then they go, and now you are facing the seventh wonder of the world. And it's like, you go behind the waterfall. They're like, the backside of a waterfall.
Oh my God.
It's, yeah. I feel like, and that was actually on the movie. So it's called Jungle Cruise. It's on the Disney
Jungle
movie.
Cruise?
Jungle Cruise, yeah. They have that joke in the movie.
Huh.
Yeah. Dwayne The Rock Johnson's in it.
I'm not a Disney connoisseur, so.
No, I love Disney so much. That's why I would have talking animals.
I know.
I feel like in my world, some of the Disney characters would be real.
Like?
Monsters, Inc.
Sully.
Sully and Mike Wazowski. And
Are the Minions?
No, but you know what? I'll make an exception for the Minions.
Are they Warner Brothers?
They are, yeah, Universal.
DreamWorks.
I'll make
Just
an
like
exception.
Shrek.
Yeah. Oh, I should make an exception for him too.
I know.
Shoot. Yeah, I'll have to make an exception.
Shrek and Fiona would probably live in my village.
Absolutely.
So I'd have the DreamWorks characters. You'd have to come borrow them. Or you'd get them to come visit.
I'll come lure them away.
They would live in my swamp.
Yes, they would.
And Donkey would live there.
You'd have Donkey. Oh, he's so cute. And the dragon.
And the dragon.
Okay.
See, I said mythical creatures.
Yeah, that's true. No,
And all the babies.
I'd have like the princesses and stuff.
Yeah.
Princesses.
Well, the princesses
Monsters,
would
Inc.
have to go underground, get on the little train, and come to visit in their little dresses, and they could come see Tinkerbell.
Oh my God.
Because Tinkerbell would live in my village.
Yes, because she's a fairy.
That's right.
So Peter Pan would be with you.
Yes, and so would Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs would also live with me.
Yeah, that's very, very you. Whereas like Cinderella and Belle.
No, they would live with you.
Yeah. There'd be a big library in my world because that's where Belle would be.
Oh, there would be a big library in my world too.
Yeah.
It might be under a mushroom, but it would be there.
You know what would be cool if it was like made within the tree or something?
Yes.
Like books stacked up on trees.
See, that's what I envisioned for houses, is houses that are in those big old growth trees that open up like this, is houses that are built right in the tree.
Like for those who, like when I think about that, I think about the British Columbia forests where they're like massive.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're big here.
We have some big trees here that are like, especially our pines and things that grow out like that shape. So
I see what you mean.
Like, I would like to incorporate, I'm like you, I would like all the buildings to be different, but I would like to incorporate them into nature, like build around nature instead of cutting down nature to build.
Yeah. No, that's very on brand for you.
Yeah.
I like that though. I do. I think that's awesome. Huh. So you'd have the Minions too.
I'd have the Minions. The Minions would be the ones building the houses.
That would mean that I would also have Toy Story.
Oh yeah.
It's true. Pixar.
Yeah, but you'd probably only have them for the 2 weeks of snow during Christmas so they can make all the toys.
Oh my God, the Toy Stories could be Santa's helper.
Yes.
Now that is cute.
You'd have Rudolph too, because Rudolph is Disney, is he not?
I have no idea.
I think so.
It'd be on brand for the 2 weeks of Christmas.
Yeah. Yes. I might have to have Rudolph.
We can split them.
You can have him for Christmas and I'll keep him the rest of the year.
Oh my gosh, our world sounds wild.
Who made the Pets movie? Was that Disney or was that
That's you.
Oh.
Have you watched the Pets movie?
I know about it.
That's through Kaya. I'm assuming.
Yeah. I just know that there's lots of cool characters.
There is. I do like the Pets movies.
So I would have all those creatures with me. Oh my, there'd be a lot of animals in my village.
Which is on brand for you.
Yeah.
the animal thing.
Oh,
That's on. On brand.
Yes.
But no snakes, no spiders.
No, because not everybody likes those things.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have like Charlotte from Charlotte's Web, you know, in the library in a corner where she stayed. But other than that, we
Where
don't
she
want.
did not move.
Well, no, she could live there peacefully in her own little corner, but we don't want them out where, you know,
Not like Australia.
not anywhere where they're supposed. I'm not afraid to dismantle a spider.
Oh my god.
Unalive a spider, if I have to. I usually just try to move them out of the way, but some of
Yeah.
them are pretty creepy. Even around here, we have pretty big ones.
We do. Like in the last little bit,
And
we've been getting
wolf spiders too now that we never
Yes.
had before. That's another thing with the changing climate is we are. It's increasingly more. The warmer the climate, the more things will slowly
Yeah.
move in that
Yeah.
have never been here before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything else in your world that you want to add before we wrap up?
No, I don't think so. As long as I have animals, plants, everyone has shelter, food, and water,
Yeah.
life should be on par.
So I'd like to hear, like, if people wanted to comment.
Yes, what would your ideal life be like?
Yeah, what would your
What would your
planet-
world look like?
Yeah, I would like to know that because
Or would you want to live in our world? My world or Megan's world?
definitely mine.
I have Shrek, don't forget. And Donkey. And the dragon.
I have Sully and Mike Wazowski.
I've got the Minions.
Oh my gosh, I would have to have Oceans because of Ariel.
That's right. So when I get on the underground train to come on vacation, I'm going to see the princess. The princesses will be working at the resort. Cinderella will be working at this resort.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what? The mice can sew your clothes.
Ugh, there'd be no mice.
You can't have Cinderella without mice.
The hell I can't. It's my world. I'll send them over your way.
All right, the fairies are going to have to make clothes and export them to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Look, we're already making.
Fair enough.
We're making.
See? This is how trade started. This is how the trade started.
Oh my god.
I've got the gun, she's got the beads.
Oh my gosh.
It's true, that's how trade started.
There you go.
Everybody's got something that somebody else wants. Yeah.
True. True.
Anyway, it's been a lighthearted,
Yeah. I enjoyed this one. This one was just light and fun.
fun. Yeah. So please comment below whether you'd like to live in my world
Or my world. Or both.
or both or your own.
Yeah.
And what your world would look like if you
Yeah.
could design your own world.
Until
All right.
next Friday.
Mwah!
That was a cute one.
Hiding, no more feeling small. We're taking up space, standing proud and tall. Our voice is strong, our stories to be heard, challenging the stereotypes.